back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an off-shoulder dress, and for that I'm going to be using my fabric here. I've already cut out the piece I'm going to be needing here. So how I got this piece here is just to take the piece of fabric I'm working with and folded it into two, right? So this is my front panel here, folded it into two, and then how I got the width is just your bust measurement, whatever your bust measurement is, add 12 to it. 12 is a constant for all the extra seam allowance you're going to be using in this particular tutorial. So what you're going to do, add the extra 12 inches to it, and then you divide the 12 inches by 4. Right, so what I got, my bust measurement is 41.5, added 12 and then divided it by 4. What I got is 13.5. So 13.5 is what I'm working with. And then this is my front panel, right? And then I folded another one into two, and then this is my back panel, another 13.5. So now we'll go into shaping the cloth. So what I'm going to do now is to place this on top of this here. My front panel is this. So what I'm going to do is my waist measurement, I'm going to add 12 again to it, right? Divide it by 4. So what I got is 11.5. So the 11.5, I marked it here, right? And then when I marked it here, the next thing I did is to connect this point here to this point here, right? So I marked it all the way to this point. If I was going to attach the sleeve to this, then I'm going to mark an armhole here, but it's going to be just a tube. So I'm not going to give it any armhole, because when I'm done with the tube, I'm just going to attach the puffy sleeve and just give it maybe with 2 stitches up and down. So it's just like attached to the top. It doesn't come directly with the top, it's just attached at one point to the top, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is to fold this piece here. The nipple to nipple measurement I'm working with is 8.5. 8.5, whatever yours is, if it's 8 or 8.5 or 7, you divide it by 2, right? So if I divide mine by 2, I'll have 4.25, and then you add extra 1 inch to it, so I'll have 5.25, right? Extra 1 inch is for the seam allowance, right? So that's why I have 5.25 all the way, and you make sure you check that 5.25 is what you have as you fold it, right? So I've done mine now. The next thing I'm going to do is to go up here, and how I got the length, right? How I got the length I'm working with. I told you already how I got the width. How I got the length is just, I measured from my shoulder. So let's say this is my shoulder right here, right? So my shoulder is where this tape is. I checked where I want my off shoulder to start, and I want it to start at 8, right? So at that 8, it's here. And then the shoulder to waist I'm working with is supposed to be around 17. I added extra 1 inch to it, so that's why I'm working with 18. So the length of this is 8 to 18. The extra 1 inch is for half inch seam allowance to attach to fold the top, and half inch seam allowance to attach together at the bottom to this end here. So that's why I have this as my as the length. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to come here, put my tape back at 8 again. So everything I'm doing, I'm going to be I'm going to make sure I'm starting at 8, right? So I'll be sure that my tape is at 8, and then I'm going to mark my waist. My waist is 17.5 here. So the next thing I'm going to do now is mark the waist 17.5, then mark your under below the bust. Your below the bust I'm working with is, so I'm going to mark, the next thing I'm going to mark is, I've marked the waist, right? The next thing I'm going to mark is the under the bust, which is 14. The next thing I'm going to mark is the shoulder to your breast point, that's shoulder to the nipple point. That's mine is going to be 12 here. So I marked 12 here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to just make sure I mark the line out, right? So you could see it. So guys, what I did here is to, let me remove the back piece so that we know we are working on the front piece. I've been working this all this time, it has been this way. So now let me show you guys. Okay, first let me cut out this so I can take away the back panel. So I'm going to cut this out. That way I can remove the back panel, right? So I've cut this out now. I'm going to separate the back for the zip allowance, right? So set the back aside. This is still my front panel the way it's folded, right? I didn't open it up, so I still left it the way it's folded. This is my front piece. So what I'm going to do is just when I go to sew, I'm going to fold it into two this way, give it a straight dart all the way up. Also the same for the other one, just the two of them, I'm going to give them a straight dart here, so that when I open it up, it will look something like, it will have a dart all the way this way, right? Like this. And then the other one here is going to also have a dart, you understand? So I'm going to set this aside, and the next thing I'm going to do now, we'll go back to the front, because the back panel, you don't have a lot of work there, it's just the front. So the next thing to do is, okay, so you come down to the waist. So remember, this is the mark that we made for the waist, right? So on the line for your waist, you subtract 0.5 inches, that's half an inch, right? On the line for your under the bust, you subtract 0.5 and 0.75, right? So 0.75, and then on this line here, you're not going to mark anything. And then on this point here, so what you're going to do now is to connect the lines, right? Connect it this way, connect it this way, and then go back out this way. You see how it's going? This is 0.5, so it's smaller, but the 0.75 goes in, and then you go back out again. So what I'm going to do is to mark 1 inch on this one here. So 1 inch here, I'm going to now connect all the lines, right? You see what I did here? 0.5 on the waist, 0.75 on the under bust, nothing at the bust point. The bust point is where all the points will meet together, and then one inch on the end, right? The highest point here. So now I'm going to just cut this out, and this is how I'm going to cut it out, right? I'm going to cut it this way. Just go with the line that you made, cut this way, and then at this point I'm going to make sure to just cut this way, and then when I get to this mark again, I'm going to go this way, and then don't mind my line, but this is how it's supposed to look like, right? So I'm still going to cut lining for this. I'm going to be using lining for just the front panel, but I'm not going to be using lining at the back panel. So this is what it's going to look like when you open it up. If I was trying to make a sweetheart neckline, I might just give it a sweetheart on this side, because this would be where you put in your, let me separate it so you see. If I was trying to make a sweetheart neckline, then I'll give it like a V here, mark the V, so that when I open it up, like if I cut it out, give it a V here. When I open it up, this part will be open and this will be my V. But I'm not trying to make a sweetheart neckline, right? I'm just trying to make a tube. So this is what it would look like when I go to sew. So I'm going to close up here. I'm going to close up from this point here, close it up all the way down, and then open it up this way. Do the same on this side, right? So I'm going to set this aside. The next thing I'm going to do now is, so guys, I've gone ahead and cut the first layer of the flay. So to cut the first layer of the flay, I multiplied my waist by 2, right? And my waist by 2 is supposed to be 68, right? So I cut out like a long rectangle of 68, right? So this long piece here is 68 by length. So that's going to be my first layer of flay. Because if you look at the picture closely, you find out that the first layer is not that much, but the second layer is much. So I'm using my waist times 2 is the flay that I'm using here. So the length here is, you remember, my bodice, the top part of the dress, that's the upper cut of this dress. The half cut of the dress stops at 17, right? And I want the second layer of this to stop at 26. So what I did here is to add extra 1 inch to it. So that's why. So my first layer starts at 17 and ends at 26. The extra 1 inch here is for half seam half-inch seam allowance for the top, half-inch seam allowance to attach the bottom. So that's basically how you get your second the first layer of girder that comes immediately after the basic bodice on top. So you check your waist measurement, multiply it by 2, and then you check on yourself what you want the length to be. You might want yours to stop at 27, you might want it to be 28. It depends on you. Mine is 26. You add extra 1 inch to it. So that's how you get it. So basically mine is 10 inches. So the first layer for mine is 10 inches. The extra 1 inch here is the seam allowance. So it will be 9 after attaching it. So after that, I remember that mine, what I'm working with here is supposed to be 26, right? So I'll put back my tape again. This time around, starting at 26. You remember? So the full length of the dress is going to be 38. No, 37.5, right? So I added extra 1.5 to it. So that's why I have 39 here. Extra 1.5 is 1 inch to fold the final end, the rough end, and then half an inch to attach the girder to the upper part. So how I got my flay at this lower bottom is the waist measurement. I added extra inches to it, right? After cutting this layer, I used 2 times of my waist to get the girder I'm going to be using here. For this one here, you can use 2.5 of your waist, or you can use 3 times of your waist for the last lower girder. But I'm using like 2.5 of my waist for the last lower girder. The second layer, I'm using two times of my waist for the girder, for the flay. So that's basically it. So now I'm going to just go and attach it and come back. So guys, I also cut out my belt, and this is what I'm going to be using. Is about the width is about 5 inches for the width, and then you cut out the length that you think will be enough for you. So what I'm going to do is just go to the sewing machine, fold it into 2 this way, and then stitch it and flip it inside out. So that's it for the belt. For the sleeve, what I'm working with. So for the sleeve, what I'm working with here is about 14 inches of width. That's times 2, right? Because one is one sleeve, one is the other sleeve. So altogether, my width of the sleeve is going to be 28. That's with the seam allowance too. So this is what I'm working with for the sleeve here. This is the width here. Because remember, it's supposed to be puffy. You can make yours even wider. So, and then I'm going to pass elastic here. I'm going to pass elastic at the top and then at the bottom. So that's why I have extra 12 inches to work with here. I'm working with 12 inches for the full sleeve, but I want my sleeve length to be about 8 for the total sleeve. But you know the puffiness takes up both width and length. So with the extra 2 inches that I have to pass the elastic, because it's a very tiny elastic I'm using, I also added extra 2 inches for just to increase the length. So that's what I added here. So extra, I'm working with 8 inches for my sleeve, but extra 4 inches for passing the elastic, and then for extra room for both the length, and then extra room for the width too. So that's it. I have 2 of them here. So how I'm going to do it for the sleeve is just go ahead. It's just like a rectangle, right? Fold it this way, fold it again, pass elastic at the top, pass elastic, fold it again, pass elastic at the bottom, close it up by the side, and then adjust the elastic to fit, and then just stitch it with just maybe a zigzag stitch 2 or 3 times to the main bodice of the dress. I've finished the top, the whole dress. So this is what it looks like. I used lining for the inside. So basically what I did was the part I kept for the front piece, I joined the 3 together, 1/2 of this side, 1/2 of this side, and then the big one on the center. I cut the line in the same pattern as this front panel, right? And then joined it together, and then I put the top part together and then attached it at the top part, folded it back and ironed it. So this is how it looks like. The lining is just attached at the top part here, right? So that's basically, this is the back of the dress. I'll still attach the zip. I'll still put in a zip at the back here, and then this is the layer. So basically the same way you put in your girder, that's how you're going to put in the girder for this bottom first layer to this basic bodice here. and then you also attach the girder down to this end, the end of this one. And when you're attaching the girder from this last layer to this second layer, you don't fold this one, right? You don't fold it. The only girder this middle layer has is just at this top part, right? So I just fold it as I'm attaching it to this part here under this basic bodice. And then when I get to this one, I straighten it out and then start folding this one, gathering this one as I'm attaching it. So I don't gather the two layers, like I don't gather the end of the two layers where they join together. I only gather the one at the bottom. So that's, if you look at it, you see it's straight here, but the one beneath it is gathered. If you look at this top part here, it's straight, but the one beneath is gathered. So that's how it's done. So that's basically how I did it here. And then I attach the sleeve with just a straight stitch on the side. If you want yours to be puffier than this, because my fabric doesn't have the wax, then you might want to make it use extra inches, right, to make it more bigger. And then you might want to increase your length so that it makes it puffier than this, because this is what it will look like at the moment. So if you feel this is not puffy enough for you, then you might just want to make it bigger. So that's basically it. So this is what the cup looks like for the bust, right? It's not sweetheart neckline. If it was sweetheart neckline, then it would have gone in this way. But this is basically what it looks like. So that's it. I didn't put lining at the back. I only put at the front. So yeah. And then I also have the belt. So this is the belt here. And you just tie it this way. It cinches in the dress at the center, and then that's basically it. So this is what the dress looks like. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and if you have any question or anything, just drop a comment below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. So thank you guys so much, and bye.